Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing well. This is another update video by my channel called Passive Income Platforms. Today is Wednesday, May 31st, 2023. Before we get started, I just wanted to remind all of you, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a financial advice, and I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I'm cranking out that crypto in many different platforms, nothing more and nothing less. Now, if you like this content, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here on my channel called Passive Income Platforms, make sure that you hit the notification bell as well. Always remember to invest as much as you can afford to lose. And as a disclaimer, always, nothing on this channel is a financial advice, nor the legal advice. It's just for education and entertainment purposes only. Invest as much as you can afford to lose. Don't over leverage yourself. Fintoch, this is by far one of my favorite platform. It used to be in a decentralized lending and borrowing business, but as of last week, they completely revamped the entire ecosystem. They're coming up, hopefully tomorrow is a launch day, Singapore time. They're gonna be launching FTC blockchain. They used to be on Binance Smart Chain, but they're migrating all the data, everything to FTC blockchain. So all our caches, all our funds, all of original investment, affiliate receive profits, earnings, everything is turned to be on our vouchers. In our wallet system. I showed you in my previous video. Now today we have a very important training. I know some parts could be boring to you guys because you heard it many times on my yesterday's video, the day before, but this is a new ecosystem. We have to listen to the trainers to see every time that I listen to these guys, it is something new for me. Again, don't follow me, what I'm doing. I'm just showing you what I'm doing in different platforms. I'm not promoting any platforms. I'm just promoting my journey in different platforms. Okay. Mr. Kojo Blockchain, he's my upline. He is a great guy, very savvy, knowledgeable about blockchain, and he's a master. Knowing about what the ecosystem of Fintoch is, and he's going to talk about ecosystem of the Fintoch right now. Let's listen to him, and please grab a pen and paper, take notes as he speaks. Let's go to the meeting now.
Welcome everyone to this call. Wow, it is an amazing time right now. You guys are in for such a treat. We have just gotten the updated PDF that includes everything and anything that you would like to know. So today we're going to be sharing some information with you. We're going to be sharing some education with you. Of course, I'm Sarah Julian, the Sassy Entrepreneur. You guys already know, right? And this is a call with over 718 people and counting in this community, right? I don't know if you're new. I don't know if you are an active part of this community, but whatever the information that we provide for you today, make sure to take down some notes. Take some time to see and understand what we have here, because you are literally on the cusp of something really, really huge. If you are part of the community already, congratulations to you. And if you are not a part of the community, congratulations to you as well. Because at the end of this Zoom, you will have no other option but to say, Fintoch, 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 yes, 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 yes. So my co-host and also the executive director of Cash Rich Society as well, he's gonna come on and he's gonna break down for you what our ecosystem looks like, what makes this project great. And then I'm going to come along and give you guys your favorite part, the money, 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 money. So if you are excited, drop some fire emojis in the chat. Let's get the energy in this call moving. Let's get it growing. Let me feel your pulse. Let me feel your energy, right? High energy equals to high income. And we want to see your energy burning and burning and burning. So without further ado, I'm going to pass over to my co-host there, blockchain, Kojo. Let's do this. Go ahead, Kojo, take it away.
So thank you. I really appreciate the great introduction. So ladies and gentlemen, we are all fired up here today. So let's see what we have to present because there is some new information. Also, one thing I wanted to share, there's a reason why I couldn't share the last recording because after a little bit of research and back and forth, I realized that I had put some misinformation inside of that recording concerning one or two details. So starting with this recording, we should have something more detailed, something more accurate, because as you know, we are actually learning as we go. This thing just came out. When they had the launch event, I was still asleep when the PDF came out. But after just asking questions, reviewing the PDF, we have been able to at least bring together what we feel is a more detailed, accurate information that we can share with the team. So without further ado, let me go on to sharing my screen. Give me 1 second. Yes, thank you all for coming on. Screen shared. And okay, so we are here to talk about Fintoch, ladies and gentlemen. So as we know, Fintoch has created their own high-level cutting-edge DeFi technology. We started off this project for those that were early, came in, whatever time it started last year, in June, right? But many of us came in only about 2 months, 3 months ago, or maybe even just a few weeks ago. It was a lending and borrowing ecosystem and then has now migrated and changed its constituents, its content, its structure, and allowed everything to transition onto their own blockchain. So we'll speak about migration and what it contains and what it's about, just so people can understand briefly. A lot of us know about the cryptocurrency called Tron. A few years ago, Tron did a very big important thing called your token migration. So Tron was a $3 billion blockchain. Now let me do this, and Rahan, I guess, has to be removed. All right.
Okay. And if I may, all the admins in the chat, please, just check on the chat to remove any type of offensive stuff, please. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. So as you can see, Tron had the migration $3 billion blockchain at the time. So we'll compare some of these figures and some of these things to what Fintoch is doing currently. So they had to move from Ethereum, right? Their whole token, their equity, their assets were on Ethereum. Then they moved somewhere around 2018 onto their own mainnet, which is their main chain, right? So if you know, Fintoch has moved to his main chain, but not only having the main chain, having a parallel chain, which they call their FinChain layer 2. So let's look right here just to understand why it's important for crypto projects to have their own blockchain. So Tron aims to build infrastructure for a truly decentralized internet, right? That can host different decentralized applications. Now, the project started on Ethereum blockchain and launched its own blockchain late in May. Can you imagine this, people? Fintoch also started on the Binance blockchain, and now June 1st launches their own blockchain. History repeats itself, as we can see. Now, this token migration was a step towards the progression towards your own independence. This is coming from Tron. So Fintoch has created something to allow its independence, to create a community where the decentralized people, the people participating in this project, are able to own and create different things. And we'll speak about the nodes and how they help us to leverage this technology. So I just wanted to share that real quick so we know that this is not something new, right? There was a lot of different things that went on during this migration. so many different things, implications for token holders. Things had to be changed, right? Certain things needed to be put in place. Exchanges were launched on their blockchain. This is very, very important. So now let's come into the PDF real quick just to see what Fintoch has to offer. So out of all the projects out there, not a lot of projects can boast of their own wallet. We're talking about a blockchain that has its own decentralized wallet embedded inside their app that allows you to access many of the different features inside of their ecosystem. And I believe this is an amazing technology that they have brought into play, right, people? So this is exciting if you think about all the possibilities that come with having your own blockchain. So now let's go over to some of the details. Here you can see the introduction to the blockchain is going to have two structures, dual chain, main chain, and parallel chain, which they call their layer 2, supports a blockchain financial system. So remember, we were doing lending and borrowing, but I believe that this blockchain is still here to create all of that financial ecosystem. But today we're going to speak about what we have access to and how important that is in the crypto space. So now EVM compatibility is part of it. We'll dive into the details as we can go on. So what are the main features within this ecosystem? We'll speak about one of the features, the first being FinPay. FinPay is your financial gateway. You can consider it as your ACH, your PayPal, your Swift. Just compare this to Ripple, because we know Ripple is a technology that allows cryptocurrency and fiat to interchange. And on top of this technology was built XRP, right? FinPay is the payment gateway that would allow movement between crypto and fiat through the old traditional financial system and back into the blockchain. And the main cryptocurrency that has been built on this blockchain is FTC. So can you see where we are going, right? Now they have FinBill, which will allow businesses, individuals to create bills to be able to have customers make payments on their decentralized space. This is a big thing when you understand that the future is here, and a lot of things as we know it are already going towards this blockchain world. We know about using a PayPal and creating a bill, and then someone would do what would make a payment to your business. Think about being able to accept crypto using this same kind of system, right? So that is what we are looking at here. So what is the next thing we can look at on here? We have the Fintoch public chain design. So the main features is the consensus, which we know means that the mining and the communication, the validations, all these different things is running on a proof of stake on the main chain, right? What kind of speed can we expect from this blockchain? The main chain is running at 7,500 transactions per second, and the smart chain, which you call the parallel chain or the layer 2 solution, running at over 80,000 transactions per second. That is somewhere around over 1 billion per day. 1 billion transactions can be processed on this blockchain per day, right? On the main chain, we know about the nodes, 100 super nodes, but now they have introduced for their layer 2, 10,000 FinChain nodes. We'll speak about that as well. So on their layer 2, different things can be done as far as the consensus. So the next feature is their atomic swap, which has been embedded in their cross-chain, where we know that by the end of June, FinSwap is going to launch, right? Their own decentralized swap to compete with the likes of Uniswap, PancakeSwap, in a way that those swaps are mainly focused on one chain, as opposed to FinSwap, which will run on all blockchains all at the same time. So just think about the use case that BNB has thanks to PancakeSwap. For all those that trade cryptocurrencies in DeFi. Even the borrowers, as we know, used to take the cryptocurrency that we lend and went on PancakeSwap. And the main gas fees paid on that exchange was BNB. So we can also look at Uniswap. When Uniswap launched, it's helped skyrocket the value of Ethereum from around $200-300 all the way to over $1,000, because then new utility was built around Ethereum, right? We know that sometimes the blockchains and all these cryptocurrencies, it's just all about hype, community, but they have no real use case. So when you start to build certain things on your blockchain, you are creating multiple use cases for that cryptocurrency, where somebody's coming here for this, here for that, and all of it is going to run on FTC. Think about the utility being created, right? So their layer 2 provides a high level of security called the zero knowledge proof. And I believe we can all just go online and learn a little bit more about what this technology is, but it's very secure as far as the standards on today's blockchain space. So if you have a layer 2 that has what we call zero knowledge proof, then you know you're dealing with something secure in the crypto space, right? Okay. So moving on to the next part, EVM compatible. Once again, what does that mean? It means that everything on this blockchain can accept things that run on Ethereum. So if you have smart contracts, cryptocurrency, Shiba Inu, all these different things can be in a way either bridged or can be moved, migrated right onto the Fintoch smart chain and allow users to interact with different Ethereum-based cryptocurrencies, projects, games, and pay FTC gas fee instead of the high Ethereum gas fees, right? We've seen this with so many other blockchains. There's a very popular one that just launched not too long ago called Arbitrum, right? A lot of you have heard about Arbitrum. Now you can go look at the charts. Arbitrum shot up in value, right? And because they have a community, they created a community through airdrops. Fintoch has created a community through both airdrops and also through their lending and borrowing ecosystem. Over 60 million wallets. We can say maybe about 20 million are the most active. But just think about the community that is awaiting the use of this blockchain, right? This is not something that is coming out and begging for users. They already have a foundation of users who have benefited tremendously from the previous products and services and are actually looking forward to the new product and services. So now some of us, the new users, are able to start at the beginning and benefit from this entire financial infrastructure without having to say, well, somebody started 10 months ago, I'm just starting now. Starting from tomorrow, it's a literally level playing field, right? So the financial infrastructure is running on the FTC native token. So this native token is basically the coin that runs on the entire project. You can call it the Bitcoin of this crypto currency blockchain. You can compare, actually you can really compare it to Binance, right? BNB. So BNB is the main coin that runs on the Binance smart chain and the Binance blockchain. They have their mainnet and their smart chain transaction fees are processed in BNB. When BNB came out, they actually did a pre-sale where we heard about so many people who put in $100, right, in the pre-sale of the coins. And by the time the coin hit an all-time high of $600, someone who invested $100 had made over $1.1 million in earnings. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here to educate us, our community, on what we have in front of us and the possibility of the use cases and the way it could grow, just looking at the history of all the other projects that have come in this crypto space. So they have your swap coming out at the end of June, more use case, right? Now, also the transaction fees, the gas fees, all on their swap will be profit shared between the FinChain node owners, validators, and subscribers, right? So if you're here and you're looking to get into the nodes, understand that not only will you be minting coins on a daily basis based on your node power, you would also be sharing in the profit share that the exchange will be generating also. And this is a big thing, right? So decentralized proof of credit, financial soul-bound tokens, you can find out an article that even Vital Buterin, the creator of Ethereum, has said about financial soul-bound tokens and their use case being one of the largest use cases that would be needed in the new world of blockchain financial systems. He was not talking about Fintoch's version, but the actual technology called financial soul-bound tokens. You can find the article online, guys, and you can read about it. Also, they are introducing their native stablecoin, which is Fintoch USD, a stable coin which will be backed by millions, if not billions, in assets, because as we know from the lending and borrowing time, there was over 3 billion in the market cap of FTH. Now just imagine pegging the stable coin with FTH alone. That would provide a stability that would put this native stable coin probably in the top 20 of CoinMarketCap, if I'm not mistaken, right? So the next, let's talk about the token. Well, here they have 840 million coins that would ever be issued. When we say issued, that would ever be in circulation. Now, how would these coins come out into circulation? Is there going to be an ICO? Are big leaders going to be able to buy it on the back end? The answer is no. It's 100% coming from mining. So understand this, the coin could start going up in price, but there's not going to be a lot of coins to be sold. Why? Because no one is holding a ton of coins. It is all stuck in the mining contract where we have to produce it bit by bit on a daily basis in order to earn from the value. No matter how much liquidity will be back in this coin, it cannot be drained overnight because it is not based on buy and sell. So a lot of you have seen many cryptocurrencies and wondered why they didn't do well. It's because most of them are just based on a one-way street. It starts off at zero, everybody buy on top of it, and then the big holders sell the most because they made the 10x, the 20x, the 50x, and then the price just drops drastically, right? That is what happens to mostly tokens that are running on other people's blockchains. But you can look at Bitcoin, right? Even at the time that Bitcoin fell severely, right? What happened? There was still a balance from a point of high to a point of low where it did not really crash. You can look at Ethereum, hit an all-time high of 4,000, went as low as $500 maybe, right? 600, 700. Bounced back and is now sitting at 1,800 on its way to 2,000. This is what cryptocurrencies that run on a blockchain with use case offers. It would always find its way up and down these charts, but always find a new low or a new high at every single turn. So that is one thing we have to look at these different projects. So the next thing we want to look at here is on the next slide. And that is the cross-chain, the FinSwap. Basically, what they're saying is that this swap is attached to liquidity aggregation protocols and automatic market makers, right? All this simply means is that not only can people swap peer-to-peer, they are also accessing pools where cryptocurrencies are at a cheaper rate than on exchanges. So if you're looking to swap one asset for another, maybe your BNB for Ethereum, you will possibly be getting a better price than if you went and bought it anywhere else due to the fact that it's attached to AMMs, right? You can look at this. It's not the only swap to be attached to AMMs, people. This technology exists and Fintoch is utilizing it, right? So the next is the financial soul-bound token, a non-transferable NFT, which describes a user's education, background, work income. If you listen to what you're saying, this is basically KYC. You are able to KYC tokenize people based on their ability to participate in the ecosystem. But what is the value of KYC? It makes your consumers or your community attractive to businesses. It makes it attractive to industries and institutions that want to be a part of a community where there is a level of security and trust, where you know that there is ownership that cannot be moved or lost. So these are non-transferable NFTs, which will basically back your history within this project. And I believe the future of blockchain is all about KYC when it comes to institutional use. But you know, it's not going to be the old school way of KYC. This is a different level, and you can learn more about this as you go. We're just here to break down what is in front of us, people. Down the native stablecoin, FUSD, as we know. Stablecoins, what are stablecoins? Backed by the value of $1, 1:1. But then you need to have liquidity in order to have a strong stablecoin. Now, we are understanding already over 300 million in nodes has been sold in the last 24 hours, people. Think about what's going on with Fintoch, right? And this is from users who already had existing node vouchers. This is not new buyers bringing USDT or their own cryptocurrency. This is whatever we had in the lending being transferred back into acquiring nodes. And in 24 hours, only about maybe 1,200 nodes have been created out of 10,000. And you can find out that there is a longer way to go if 300 million is already in this ecosystem in 24 hours, right? So the next thing we want to talk about is your GameFi, metaverse, play to earn feature. If you go inside your app today, you are able to access an AI-based GameFi programmable NFTs, metaverse, DeFi. We are talking about NFT mining in the NFT space, where maybe people can access NFTs of games, mine it, and earn from the profit share of people playing games. Now, we know that you can put buying of coins aside. You can put swapping and all these other things aside. People love to play games, right? And you can go look at over 10 games currently available, games where you can earn, cryptocurrency starting from June 1st, where some of these coins will be tradable with value, right? So just look at the use case that is going to invite people that are in the space of GameFi in the crypto world who are going to come and use the Fintoch ecosystem, regardless of the 20 million wallets or 60 million wallets who would actively want to use the cryptocurrency in this space, right? There's other use cases for this project. And I believe this is a big thing that we can see in the crypto space, where you look at games like Axie Infinity, right? Came out, your cryptocurrency went to the moon. You can look at, what's the next coin? You can look at Sandbox. A lot of you don't even know what Sandbox is used for. Maybe you guys know, maybe you guys have Sandbox tokens, but probably don't even play the games. But the reason why the coin has gone up in value, come down, goes up again, is because they have a world full of people who enjoy playing games and use that cryptocurrency, right? So the more active users playing this game, the more value being brought to FTC, because once again, everything is running on FTC. Just think about that, right? So there's also the Web3 social media platform where people are able to text each other based on wallet IDs. They're also going to be able to create content on their social media pages within the decentralized space, also tokenized or earn from their value of their network. At the same time, you can instant message between person to person. Hey, hi, how you doing? Here's that $20 in FTC that I had to give you from yesterday, right? And I just send it to you as a text through the app, and instantly it is in your wallet, people. This is the technology. So imagine people in different countries where, and with the, also we have, Fintoch has an over-the-counter trading service, right? OTC, peer-to-peer. So maybe somebody's in India, somebody's in Asia, right? Some parts of Asia, somebody's in Africa, they can download this app and their friends and families can send them crypto via text. They can go onto the peer-to-peer OTC and trade it for with a trader who would give them your local currency. All inside this wallet, people. The OTC is already available. So many people have been using it prior to the migration, where they were trading assets between each other for their local currencies. If you don't know about this, Binance has a peer-to-peer or pay-to-pay service where I can have USDT, but I want maybe a currency in my country in Africa or a currency in Canada. As long as there is a trader who's available, Binance handles everything via their system contracts. But here in Fintoch is running on smart contracts, even much more secure if you know how these smart contracts work. So now let's look at the FinChain valuation, right? Now all Fintoch is saying, now let me use the market. All you're saying is that if they can acquire, right? If they can acquire 1/10 of the Ethereum market volume, and if they can have a profit margin of 30%, right? Now they are having estimations of 30x based on this. 30x means that $100 is going to be worth $3,000, right? So think about that. They're expecting that their total market capitalization should hit $81 billion in 2025. How many more years till 2025? Less than 2 years, people. Less than 2 years. If you're a long-term player when it comes to investing in the crypto space, once again, not financial advice, but you can look at the possibility of a project that is starting off where we are going to see the starting foundation in terms of market cap valuation and where they are looking to take this in the next 2 years. Now, they're saying that based on this estimate, remember, just 1/10 of what Ethereum is doing, right? Remember, we have over 20 million members that are in this ecosystem with us, people just like me and yourself. I'll call them wallets because we know that one person can have 5 wallets. There's over 60 million wallets. Let's just even say 20 million are active. You know, we want to even start low. Let's just say even 20 million are active. I believe this project will start to compete with other layer ones and layer twos that are in the top 20 of coin market cap within its first 3 to 6 months. This is very, very possible. So in 2023, they're expecting to hit a 9 billion market cap, right? Forget about the zero. I think they were calculating it in the Asian way, where, you know, I know my guys in Bangladesh, they say 9,000 million, right? And all these things. So you can look at 2024 hitting 27 billion in market cap. And by 2025, hitting 81 billion in market cap. Now, a lot of people are wondering, well, you know, do they have a proven track record of taking any cryptocurrency to a high evaluation? Now, in the lending and borrowing project, they had their equity token called FTH, right? Now, FTH was able to climb from $10 in June when they launched to over $100,000 by the time that we had checked somewhere a few days ago. Think about that, people. If they can just do 10% of what they did with FTH, knowing that they have the experience, understanding the market, understanding how to grow a project and its coin and how to maintain equity. We'll speak about some of the things that you're putting in place to ensure that FTC will climb up in value. We're going to find out very soon. So now we have transitioning to FTC and the Fintoch's blockchain and the FinChain nodes. 10,000 nodes. Each node will be $1 million in value. We are able to subscribe with cash vouchers or USDT. Now, if you are here in our society, in our team, and you have USDT that you plan to subscribe, more nodes with, what we are asking is contact your uplines, contact your leaders, because there might be people who want to trade their vouchers for USDT so that we can help everyone in the community in a way that we can have peer-to-peer exchanges and allow people to load off some vouchers and allow you to get started or to acquire more nodes by doing that, right? I believe in our society, we think about or we prioritize being able to help each other. And this is one of the ways that we are looking to do that. But yes, you can subscribe with a cash voucher or with USDT. Now, for the node creators, if you're looking to create your own node, right, what are you going to do? You would literally have to put down a deposit of 10%, which is, let me highlight this, $100,000 for a node creator, right? And then you'd have to wait till the community fills up the subscription to complete the node. Now, once the node is completed, it would then be an active node. What is a node? A node is a point on the blockchain, a software, a physical device running a software that is standing as a traffic light and a toll booth, moderating and allowing transactions to go through the transactions and the cryptocurrencies, where it would then be rewarded gas fees through the ability of mining, or you would have a node power to mint, which is produce new coins that are not in circulation within that space on the blockchain. So everyone is literally buying into a node power, right? So let's say you have 1,000 and you wanted to subscribe. We'll look at what you'll be earning in terms of coins. We have the actual figures now, right? So we will not be actually speculating when it comes to that. So there are different benefits, right? Each block is going to produce 9.5 FTC. We're going to learn about all these different things. So if you are a creator, right, this is the advantage that you hold. But if you're not able to be a creator, it's not a problem, because you are still going to earn passively every single day without effort. And we'll look at these numbers, right? So here you can see that a creator who subscribes with $100,000 worth of nodes will be earning 5.472 FTC per day, right? 5.472 FTC per day. FTC launches June 1st. The blockchain goes live June 1st. The mining and minting goes live June 1st, right? Starting at $1 per coin. That means you're going to have assets to back it up and take it up further with activity and use case, right? Now, if you look at 10,000 nodes being sold at $1 million a node, what does that mean? It means that by the time that all 10,000 is sold, that means that you would have had over $10 billion go into the ecosystem of Fintoch. Think about the numbers at play, people. Even if the company that created this technology has a percentage, 10%, 20%, 30%, right? That would put about 7 billion behind this ecosystem. Where do you think you would find this cryptocurrency on the list of cryptocurrencies currently available on the blockchain, right? So subscribers, that's people that subscribe to existing nodes. If you, let's say you had 100,000 and you subscribe, you would earn 2.432 FTC per day. If you had 10,000 USDT or voucher and you subscribe, you would earn 0.2432 FTC per day. In 10 days, you would have made 2.432 FTC. Now imagine, think about the possibility. We have seen all types of funny cryptocurrencies with no blockchain, no use case. Many of us have purchased many of these coins. And what happened? It went up. It went up so much that you made money and had to go tell your friends to buy those cryptocurrencies. So what drives the price of cryptocurrencies? utility, and community, right? So you go and look at many of the coins on CoinMarketCap, and you can go and look at the number of holders, right? Many of them barely have 100,000 holders. But go and look at their market cap, go and look at their transaction volume. FTC is starting with a community of over 20 million wallets. Do you know that when this is available for trading by June 7th, a lot of people are going to want to buy in? What's going to happen to the price, which all you have to do is sit back and make it every day. So I'll give you an example. Let's just finish with this part. 1,000 if you subscribe, you earn 0.024. That means in about 10 days, you would have made 0.243 FTC within that 10 days. So what are you making per month, right? In coins, right? Not in dollars, in coins, because the dollar value changes by the day, by the hour, by the week, by the month, right? You have to pick the price that you want to exit at, and that is how you do these things. So
this is the favorite part. How much FTC we mine on a daily basis and monthly basis if you're part of the nodes.
Okay. So now, as a creator, right, you would be looking to make about 164 FTC per day. Sorry, per month. Per month. As a subscriber with the same $100,000 in node value, you will be creating 72.96 FTC per day. So that's just about half the value. Not bad, right? For a subscriber at $10,000, what is your value you're making per month? 7.296 FTC per day. At a subscriber with 1,000 in node power, 0.7296 FTC per month. Sorry, all of this is per month. So a subscriber with $100 would make on a daily basis 0.002 FTC per day. Within a month, we have 0.07296 FTC per month, right? So what's going to happen to the price in 1 month? Maybe 10x, right? Maybe 20, 50x, right? Because we see this in crypto a lot, and we'll look at the charts on some of these other coins. So that is the earnings as far as production value. Now we want to go look at the next thing. FTC launches 1st June, right? Very important. US time, I believe this is Pacific time. The mining starts on the nodes that are fully subscribed. So if you subscribe to a node and it's not fully subscribed yet, it hasn't hit the 1 million and it's already June 1st, don't expect to see your mining starting within the first 24 hours. You have to wait till it's full. That is why in our community, we encourage everyone to subscribe to the Cash Rich Society nodes or the CRS nodes, because those are getting filled in about 2 hours, right? So you go in, you come around, look again, and it's subscribed, meaning that all of you who have subscribed so far, starting from tomorrow when this goes live, you will start mining, right? Also, FTC would be listed. Look at the date, June 7th on Pancake Swap. Also, their own swap by the end of June. So what does this mean for you? You get to accumulate within a week. Then now when the marketing goes around, so many crypto traders and buyers and investors and enthusiasts would be trooping Pancake Swap to buy. And what do? You can sell. Think about that. You are creating value for a lifetime till the supply is completed, but you have the ability to trade it on a daily basis on Pancake Swap from the 7th or by the end of June on Fintoch's own swap. So what is some of the things that Fintoch is doing to ensure that they can keep the value stable? This is a very important thing in cryptocurrencies. It's called daily buybacks, daily from the exchanges, meaning that when people sell their coins, they would then contact the exchange and buy those back, put in liquidity back in the pools. So you take liquidity out, they put liquidity back in. You take liquidity out, they put liquidity back in. Price goes up, then goes down, then they put it, fix it back, then it goes down, then they put it back. They are ensuring that they can keep this thing sustainable, and that is all the coins from the buybacks is going into the referral or the community reward system. Now, that is the part that I'm going to let Sarah Julian, Assassin Entrepreneur, explain to you, because if you're here today and you have created a wallet and you can send a link out for someone to create a wallet to subscribe, you are going to be able to earn more coins from your community's production value on a daily basis. So, ladies and gentlemen, this brings me to the end of my session where we get to discuss the new details. I hope I was able to bring some clarity on what we have here. And I hope everyone is excited for what is in front of us, because we have seen so many different crypto projects, but we never got the word to come in early. Nobody ever called you and said, hey, here is BNB, get in early. But if somebody did, then they thought about you, appreciated you enough to share that opportunity with you. Here, you have the ability to get into this before everyone else. Think about where you find yourself today and where you will find yourself tomorrow. So once again, appreciate your time. And now let's get prepared for the real power, right? Sarah Julian, Assassin Entrepreneur, come in, take the stage, and let them know what this is about. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much for that, Kojo. Always an info-packed session. Guys, if you are excited about the information that you just received and you understand this just a little bit better, go ahead and drop some fires in the chat for me right now. There are 906 people on this call, and I would like to see the chat burning up, right? Let's get our energy up, because what I'm about to show you, of course, is going to blow your mind. Now, a lot of us on this line, we have been, in the business from the lending protocol, right? We've been in this business from the lending protocol, and we got accustomed to that particular structure. And of course, things have been taking just a little bit of a different turn, and people are wondering, okay, so how does that translate into money for us, right? How does that translate into money for us? Is this going to be different? What is going to happen, right? All of these questions, but I'm going to show you guys again how to get to the money, right? And if you're ready to learn how to get to the money, drop show me the money in the chat. Drop show me the money in the chat for me right now. I'm not gonna start until I see some show me the monies. Because at the end of the day, this is the reason why you guys are here. You're wondering, okay, so what's going to happen to my money? How am I going to make money? And guys, trust me, you all are going to absolutely love this session, right? Now, of course, Kojo was speaking earlier about the nodes. Now, the nodes, that is one part, that is one area that you are going to be generating income. And then of course, you're going to be generating income from the referral side as well, from the business side as well. Okay, now on my screen, we see the node rewards. Now, Kojo just went through this, but I just want to look at it from a perspective of money, right? How does this translate into dollars and cents and all of these things? Okay, now let's say, for example, now we're using our sister coin, the FTH, as a measuring tape or a yard tape per se when it comes to this. Okay, so let's say, for example, and don't worry guys, soon I will be making a whole chart for you, right, that I can show you. Okay, so say for example, this goes to $10 a day. Now we are launching, and Kojo, correct me if I'm wrong, but we are launching at, is it $1 we're launching at or $10?
$1 per coin.
$1 per coin. Okay, great. So we are launching at $1 per coin, guys, right? And the supply is literally what? 21 million. Okay. Now, if you have
840 million.
840 million. So if, for example, hold on, I'm trying to get this thing up right here. Let me know if you guys are seeing my screen very clearly, right? Let me know if you are seeing my screen very clearly. You're seeing what's on my screen. Okay, this thing is.
We are seeing the PDF, but I think the annotations we're not seeing.
Yeah, the annotations.
Probably have to change the color.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right. So you guys are seeing this now, yes? Okay, so let's say, for example, you're seeing it, yeah?
Live and clear, we're seeing it. I see the dollar sign,
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so let's just try to be a little bit conservative, but we're gonna look at numbers same way, okay? So we are first earning through the nodes. Now, a creator of the node is going to be earning 5.472 FTC per day, okay? Now, so we launch at $1, and of course we know when a particular currency launches at $1 with a particular type of market cap, right? Going to $10 is actually pretty easy. It could actually happen in the first day, okay? Now, anything can happen. Don't quote me on that, but we're just looking at examples here. So for example, if this was to go up to $10, right? That 5.42 FTC per day would be what, right? That would be $54.72 a day, right? That is just in FTC coins, okay? If this was $100 per coin, of course, that will be what? $540 a day, right? $540 per day, okay? If this goes to 1,000, then that is 5,400 per day, okay? So for those wondering how you do these calculations, it's actually pretty simple. You just take this number and times it by the dollar amount, right? Same thing here, same thing over here, right? And here, just times it by the dollar amount, right? So this is what we're looking at here. You can go ahead and do calculations, right? So persons who come in of creators of the nodes, and as you guys know, we've already done about 3 nodes. The 4th one was just launched, right? So after the Zoom, you guys can go in and fill that one up. Later today, we're gonna launch another one as well. There are spots available for people in the team who actually want to contribute to becoming a node creator, right? So get with your leader and they will point you in the right direction. But so you can become a creator of the node and you earn 5.472. So when you create the node, of course, you are earning a lion's share of the FTC per day, okay? Then the other 900,000 is now filled by the subscribers. Those are, you know, persons who have their 1,000, their 10,000, their 5,000, right? They didn't create the node, but they're just subscribing to the node, right? So 100K, of course, now you're making 2.43 FTC per day, and please excuse my crazy lines, right? 10K, you are now doing 0.2432, and 1K, you're getting 0.0243. So you can do your calculations as you may. I'm not gonna go all into the breakdown here, right? But based on whatever you plan on coming in with, or whatever you actually have as being subscribed to your node, then you can make a calculation of exactly what you're going to be making on a daily basis. And this is passively, guys. Again, this is another passive area that we are earning from. Okay, so that area, once you have subscribed to your node, you just let your node make FTC for you every single day. You are earning in FTC, whether it is your 100K subscriber, a 10K subscriber, or 1K subscriber, right? That will be making for you, you know, $54 a day, $5.04 a day, 50 cents a day, depending on your subscription amount to that node. Okay, and this slide is going to be available in the chat. I think we already dropped it earlier on, so you guys can look at it. And it's also in the Telegram chat as well, if you want to, you know, just look at it to use it as a reference to break it down, right? Now, of course, people who are in the business, they're wondering, and all the new bosses and boss ladies on the calls, of course. So how does that also translate for me on the business side of things? Guys, I think at this point here, you are actually going to be very pleasantly surprised, right? Because this is actually a very amazing referral program. So the structure, and guys, can you please remove, who is this? Richard from the call. Thank you so much. He's writing on my screen. Would appreciate that, admins. Okay, so let me just stop sharing and reshare so that I can get this back on. All right, so let's go again, okay? All right, so the structure as you know it remains the same, all right? Now, if you are just a normal user, you are just passive, if you refer someone, right, on your level 1, you're gonna be earning 15% of the FTC value, or we should say 0.15% of the direct FTC value, right? On the second level, you're going to be earning 0.1% of the FTC value, right? So let's say, for example, whoever you have on your level 1 is earning at least $10,000 worth of FTC today, right? Cumulatively. Now you're going to be earning, that is $15 of FTC per day, right? Same thing, if you had the same thing on your level 2, then that is $10 of FTC per day. So you'd be earning $25 additional of FTC per day, right? Now, of course, there are people on this call who are GMs, VPs, SVPs. Guys, the structure is exactly the same, right? However, the money is actually pretty turned up. So let's look at it, okay? So now if you are a GM is what? He has 5 direct active FTC users, right? With a group FTC value of 50,000 USDT. So that is not voucher value, it is FTC value, as in the value of the coins that are being held by the people in your team, right? So 50,000 of FTC equivalent, you're now earning 0.2% of group FTC value. So if you calculate that in dollars, that calculates to what? Oh gosh, this thing is just crazy. That calculates to $100 a day, okay? $100 a day. So at GM, you have $50,000 in your team. You are now making $100 per day, right? Of FTC. So this is all in FTC. Now keep in mind, FTC, easily tradable. You'll be able to buy and sell it inside of the ecosystem as you wish, okay? Now VP, now you have 2 people under you who are GMs, or they have 50,000 in volume, right? You have a group volume of $150,000. Now you are earning 0.3% of the group FTC value. So you are earning 0.3% of what? $150,000. That is actually $450 per day plus, right? So it starts at that $450 in FTC per day, and it will continue to climb until what happens? Until you hit the next rank volume. So as the volume increases, right, so your commission also increases. So at VP, you are now earning 0.3% of the group FTC value. All of the coins that are being held by your team, it is valued at $150,000. Okay. Now SVP, same thing. You have 2 VPs, so 2 people who achieve this up here, right? And you now have a group FTC value of $500,000. Now you're earning 0.4% of group FTC value. How much is that? That is actually $2,000 a day, guys, at SVP. $2,000 per day. Okay, $2,000 per day. Okay, at ED, you now have 2 SVP ranks, right? And you have 2 million in volume. You now are making 0.5% of group FTC value. Okay, that would be what? 10K plus, right? All the numbers you are seeing here, that is the starting point, what you would make when you hit it, right? So 10K plus per day. Everything that we're talking about here, guys, is per day. Okay, now MD, let's go over to MD, which is the highest rank here. Of course, you have 2 EDs, right, from different lines. Same thing, 6 million in volume, right, or FTC value, I should say. You are now earning 0.6% of group FTC value, which calculates to 36K plus per day. Okay, 36K plus per day. Guys, these are the numbers that we are looking at here. Now, when you hit MD, right, and you have another person who comes up to MD with you, you will now earn an additional 0.01% of your entire group. So at MD plus, that is what? Now you are MD plus you have an MD, so that is about 12 million in volume. You will be earning 0.01% of that 12 million per day. Okay, additionally to whatever you're making as an MD. MD plus plus, then that will be at 0.02%. MD plus plus plus, that means you have 3 MDs who are directly sponsored under you, right? 0.03% of the group FTC value, guys. So we're looking at 12K plus, right? Additional 12K plus additionally to what you would have been making as MD, guys. So this new comp plan, and it's not even that new, but what is new in this comp plan is just simply what? That it has been changed to FTC instead. Now, instead of us just earning from USDT, we are also earning in FTC. So we're earning FTC from our mining passively, as well as we are earning additional FTC from $100 per day all the way up to $36,000 per day plus, depending on your rank in this ecosystem, guys. Just look at how much money there is up for grabs. So for those who are worrying about, okay, how is this going to be? How is this going to make money? Now you can see exactly how this is going to make money. If you are seeing the money, if you understand how I broke this down, drop some money bombs in the chat for me right now. I want to see some money emojis. Let me know that you see the money, right? Let me know that you understand how this was broken down here and how you are going to be making money in this ecosystem, right? So guys, get your calculators out and use that to calculate exactly how this is going to go down. But definitely, guys, this is exactly how it's going to go down, and this is how it translates into money for you. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pass back over to Kojo, and we're going to take some Q&A so we can clarify whatever hasn't been clarified, guys, and see you on the top side. Go ahead and take it away, Kojo.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you can stop sharing your screen, really appreciate it. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We just want to say thank you all for tuning in. We just wanted to bring this before the community, create the opportunity to share what we have found out about the project. And I mean, if you feel this is, it's a change, it's a slight change. Well, we all know that with progress and success, there are a little bumps on the road. There's a little change here and there. But I believe when we want something that is sustainable, especially for our community, these are the things that we look at. And I can see a lot of sustainability in this project. That is one thing. Also, I can see a lot of earnings to be made when you understand that you are not getting dollars, you're getting coins, right? We all know about the guy who sold 10,000 Bitcoins, right? Not $10,000, but 10,000 Bitcoins. What happened to that person? He's on so many interviews around the world, and I don't think anyone regrets a decision they ever made more than that particular person, because if you look at the value of Bitcoin today, right? Let me actually go on the screen so I can quickly share some of these things. When you look at the value of Bitcoin today, I believe that guy has said many times in all the interviews that he wished he never made that decision, right? So currently look at the price of Bitcoin. Let's look at it all time. Now, you can understand that he probably sold his Bitcoin somewhere around here, right? Somewhere around here when, people are like, well, FTC just launched at $1. Oh, it went up to 5, it's nothing. It went up to $10, it's nothing, right? It went up to $130. That is something. But what do we have that is different from Bitcoin? Throughout this period of growth of Bitcoin, Bitcoin did not have 1 million users. Throughout this growth of Bitcoin, Bitcoin did not have 10 million users, right? So understand that we are starting literally maybe somewhere here. I can say FTC is starting somewhere here at $1, but with enough marketing power, enough community value to the point that our rise would probably be something like this as opposed to something like this, right? Why? Because like I said, when it comes to cryptocurrencies, it's about community and utility. If you have just one of those two, you're gonna succeed, right? Now let's look at one project that just has one, not two, and that would be, let's look at Shiba Inu, right? So if you look at Shiba Inu, we can look at the all-time high. Now look at this project that had a massive community, right? Massive, massive, massive community. And we can go on Etherscan to look at the number of users real quick, right? Just want to do that. Wow, 2 million holders. 2 million holders, people, right? So Shiba Inu, large community, what happened to this cryptocurrency? It shot up with 47 million in volume. We heard about the stories, right? At this point, it had done well over 1 million% at this point, people, right? So this is how big the cryptocurrency space can get, but without utility, without a use case. What happened? It went right all the way down, right? Because everyone has bought the coins. Coins are all in circulation, right? There is no mining, not the coins are not locked in a mining vault where you have to produce it little by little by little. That is the power of what we have here, the difference, as you can see. So community alone has driven certain cryptocurrencies from zero to hero, but here we have community and utility all playing a role together, right? So I believe this is going to be crucial with the growth. So just want to stop sharing the screen, want to stop the recording as well.
Wow, that was amazing. Amazing presentation by Mr. Kojo Blockchain. And Sassy, thank you so much for your great leadership. It's an amazing to be part of your team. As I mentioned, every time that I listen to these trainings, I get more information about how the ecosystem works, and I'm happy to be part of Fintoch. By all means, this means nothing to you guys. You have to do your own due diligence before you put any of your investment, your hard-earned money into any platform. So nobody is responsible for your profits or losses except you yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click the ring bell to notify when I upload a new video and talk about more opportunities. It's a pleasure to be able to bring incredible platforms to you guys to increase your portfolios, diversified, and potentially earn additional stream of income. Always listen to your, whoever you're tuning to. It could be a Telegram channel, it could be a YouTuber, or your upline, whoever. There's always maintenance, updates, upgrades, changing into different platforms. Don't stick with old information you gather. Let's say you got that information 2 months ago and still you're doing nothing. Okay, you have to be updated about every platform, and all the platforms are risky. Nothing is guaranteed in cryptocurrency space, and they may function properly fine, good now today, and they disappear tomorrow. Okay, stay safe and see you at the top.